Okay, welcome to the premiere episode of the Dashless Report, a preview of the 2008 season. I'm your host, Bobby Marabia, with Sammy Sane Sutton from, I got to be honest with you, Sammy, you've been traded so many times, I don't even know what team you're on anymore. Which organization is it?
To be quite honest, I don't even know what team I'm on myself. I got traded within maybe 6 times in 24 hours. I have my suitcase packed, in the car ready. Wherever I'm going, I'll be happy.
Well, the good news is your suitcase was inducted into the YMSL Hall of Fame.
You know, I'm very happy to have a part of my memorabilia in the Hall of Fame, except how am I going to go to my next team? It doesn't make sense. This is crazy. Anyway, I would like to get into that when it's my turn. Go ahead, Bob.
Well, first of all, on the other hand, it's got to be flattering to be wanted by so many organizations.
Or not wanted by so many organizations, but it's good to have the glass half full.
Exactly. Sam, this is an exciting year coming up for the YMSL. A lot of youngsters, a lot of unknowns. The league is getting younger and more exciting, and some of the veterans were weeded out, and it looks like this year is going to be some young, up-and-coming superstars.
Well, last season we thought with the We Are Family organization coming up and going, we thought that was the youth movement of the YMSL. But to be quite honest with you, we have maybe 15, is it 15 rookies this season?
At least.
At least 15 rookies. Actually, 15 impactful rookies. We have guys like Jordy Ramel, and we have guys like the first baseman on Sutton's team. What's his name?
Edmund Dweck.
Edmund Dweck, supposedly a phenomenal hitter. Well, every single roster up and down, at least 1 or 2 starters, or at least 1 or 2 starters, are rookies. And every single team's going to depend on the youth. So it's going to be very exciting.
Yeah, it certainly is. Also, we got the return of crafty veteran, future Hall of Famer Ike Yedid as a pitcher, so that's exciting. Moses is back for another run at the championship. Yedid, as we mentioned, and you have Azer also coming back. Red for his 34th season in the Deal Softball League. 37th was it? Oh, he played. Okay, and so pitching is a little on the veteran side, shall we say. Average age is 52, so we're really, we got to get younger in that department.
Well, if it weren't for A.B. Saka, the average age would be 75. So the truth is, I never really saw Yedid pitch. Last year's my first year in the league, but from what I hear, he has the long arms and a lot of movement. He's a very good fielder, and I'm very excited to face him if I get in that bat, because I don't know what team I'm going to be on. But anyway, we have Red again in his tight jeans. I don't know if we're all excited to see that, but it's a staple in the league. We have Moses. How many championships do you have now?
Moses got like 4 in the last 6 years.
So Moses is obviously a clutch pitcher, which is taken in the 4th round, which might be a very big pickup. And you have up and down every roster, besides a couple of teams, like you said, very old pitching. Sometimes the crafty veterans is what you need to win.
Yeah. Why don't we start previewing some of the teams? We'll start off with Jack Zolta in his initial campaign as a captain with his organization named Code Red. And he's got a very interesting mix. Obviously, he's got Mar Shama, first pick overall. So he's a staple at shortstop. He's got Elliot Rishti at third base. His left side is top, maybe one of the best in league history. And he's got, Red as his pitcher. So, he's got some definitely some talent. He's got A.B. Cohen coming back, playing center field, and he's got unknown rookie with a lot of talent, Stephen Safdie. So he's got an interesting mix. He's got a couple of question marks, but he should be in the mix.
Okay, so let me address the last point first. Stephen Safdie, I was a fellow teammate of his in the Shoe League, which Michael Saban-Solomon had a brief stint last year in, and Stephen Safdie has more power than probably 75% of the league. I don't want to build him up right now, but if you want a sleeper, if you're playing fantasy YMSL, trust me, he's the guy to go with. And now you have guys also that you didn't mention, who'd you say? You said we have A.B. Cohen,
yeah,
which from what I hear, his rookie season a couple of years ago, Rookie of the Year, so you can't go wrong with that kind of young talent. And one thing I want to mention about his team, Labo lost about 75 pounds, and from what I heard, he's a sprint runner right now. So look out. He's very fleet of foot. He might be old, but he's very, very fast. So he might also be a sleeper base runner off the bench.
Yeah. Ironically, Jay-Z picked him, he says, to pinch run for Mar Shama, so he's come a long way from last year. And also, I expect a big year from Max Nesser, rebound year, no pressure on him. Last year, the first round build up. I think he's going to have a big year playing left field now. Doesn't have to worry about the pitching. I think he could be for comeback player of the year.
Well, I see Max Nesser as an Adrian Beltre type, where everyone, after the big contract after Los Angeles with 50 home runs, he comes in to Seattle and he's a bust, which was last year. Now all the pressure's off. Max Nesser could be swinging free. He's for sure not the main guy in his team. Even though he was a pretty high pick, you have a guy like Shama on your team, you can relax. And again, he's not playing center field. Left field, I've also witnessed him play. He's one of my good friends. And Max Nesser should have a pretty big year. Even though last year he was 4th in the league in RBIs, which is very, very, very unknown.
Yeah. And I think also the key guy on this team is going to be Red. I think he's got a lot to prove. He was humiliated last year in the finals, benched Game 5 of the World Series, and I mean this guy with 12 championships to his name, and he's got a dartboard of Eli Braha on his wall, so he is coming out for blood.
Well, Red Nesser, after that Game 5 benching, he was so far off the map. I think he called Vince McMahon for a brief stint in the WWE, and he got humiliated a couple of times by Mr. McMahon himself. And now that he's back, he had a very solid off-season. I heard he and a couple of guys from other teams joined the Brian McNamee training program. He's bigger, he's stronger, so look out for Red also.
Yeah, and so I think Code Red is going to be right in the mix, certainly as a title contender.
Your name is Code Red.
Yeah. The next team is another rookie captain, Jason Sultan, with the Sultan of Swing organization. And I'll tell you one thing, he has got a great lineup. He's got Jason, he's got Ali Marshall, Braca, Eddie Hakeem, Haas, Lee Zakaria. His team is going to be really a powerhouse again, and he's got the old man Moses coming in for another championship run. So they're definitely going to be in the mix. They got a couple of question marks at key positions. Lee Zakaria is going to be playing shortstop for the first time in his career. So that should be interesting, and if he holds up, I think that team, along with the return of Eli Haddad to the league, an outstanding outfielder, they're going to be a team also to be reckoned with.
Okay, when you have Jason Sultan's team, you're calling him a rookie captain, but in the Brooklyn League, which isn't up to par with the YMSL, he was also a captain there. So the leadership ability is there, we know that. And from what I heard, he won a couple of championships in that league. Oh no, he lost in the final game. I'm sorry, Jason, for mentioning that. But again, the one big problem I think, which might not be a problem, might be a blessing in disguise, is Lee Zakaria is playing shortstop. We know he was a very solid second baseman. Let's hope he could translate that sling throw to first base from shortstop. Sometimes it might be shaky, but you know what, Lee? I'm pulling for you. I hope you win Gold Glove that short over Shammer.
And if not, you can pick up Sammy Sane from the waiver wire.
Well, I'm on the move, so you never know. But one thing I saw about Jason's team has a very unknown player in the Florida Combines. I saw Ezra Sultan pumping iron, his younger brother. He was picked last on his team, one of the last overall picks. If he bats a 350, 400, I wouldn't be surprised.
Well, also he's a big customer for RBI Inc. Spends about $27 a week, so very big fan of the RBI Inc.
We're a very big fan of him here at the YMSL because if it weren't for him, we can't be doing this right now.
pays for our salaries. So I think also again with another winner is Moses. I think that team's going to be in the mix, and a very potent lineup to say the least. Ali Marshall and Braca back to back with Jason. That's very formidable.
That's dangerous. That's dangerous to say the least. Ali Marshall, anytime in the lineup, he's more than capable of turning a single into a triple and a double into a home run and so on and so forth. Right. So Ali Marshall, I was on his team last year. Although we were a losing team, invincible, he was a very winning player.